Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here, looking ahead to today's 9-game slate here for Friday. We got some big tournaments here for NBA and MLB, so definitely excited for tonight here. Anyway, last night premium lineups came just short. It was a 298. Most cash lines were around a 304, 305. So just came up just short. Maybe in double ups you would have cashed. So unfortunately, you have nights like that. I think it was the first night we've lost in a long, long time. So, sometimes it happens, but we're definitely going to start a new streak here tonight. Some really good games out here this evening. So anyway, as normal, if you're interested in premium lineups, we have lowered the price to only $20 for the rest of the season, including playoffs. Not too much time left there in the regular season, so decided to lower it for you. But as I said, playoffs are included as well, so it's only $20 now instead of 30. So yeah, definitely get in on this deal while you can. If you're interested, as normal, email will be in the comment section. Just hit us up on there, or we will also have our Twitter as well. Just message us on there. We'll get you all set as well. And as normal, MLB is $35 per month, $134 this season. So I think that mostly does it. Like I said, looking forward to today here. Hopefully you guys had a good night last night. So anyway, let's dive into this 9-game slate here. All right, starting it off for us, we got Atlanta and Cleveland, 214 total, in Cleveland by 10. So as normal, Atlanta, down there trying to fight for that playoff spot there. Cleveland trying to stay there at that number one spot. So, I think LeBron's going to be LeBron here. I think you can easily get him in here with all the San Antonio guys sitting. So right away, LeBron, I really don't mind him. I really don't mind here some Dennis Schroeder. I think he should do half decent, around 37, 38 here against Irving. I don't mind Irving, but I really like LeBron here. Shooting guard, don't know what's going on with Tim Hardaway yet. Like I said, I really like LeBron. Terrion Prince, maybe put him in there last night, had 31 points. A really good night from him. He scored a lot there, and he's not really a scoring player. So, a little bit of a defensive player against LeBron. As I said there, I really do like LeBron James. Kevin Love, I don't mind him here. Millsap's still kind of coming back from that injury. Maybe get you a 35 here. Love, same thing there. He's not really back from the injury yet. So, like I said, I think LeBron is the big guy here. Dwight Howard, I don't mind him. Tristan Thompson is out. So Channing Frye should have to start there, and I don't think Frye can really defend Howard too much, so I think Howard should eat here. A lot of rebounds for him since there's no Thompson there. So I could easily see at least 15 to 20 rebounds here from Howard. I see around 38 to 44 in this one. Big night from Howard, I do think. So anyway, yeah, I don't mind Schroeder, but really do like don't mind Irving, but really like Schroeder there. Braun is going to be in almost every lineup. Maybe Terrion Prince. Love Millsap, as I said, both of those guys are still coming back from injuries. Frye, if he starts against Howard, not the best matchups. So, for me, I'm looking at Schroeder, maybe Irving, Howard, and then LeBron in this one for me. Alrighty, moving on. We have Miami and Toronto, a 206 total in Toronto by 5. This should be a pretty good grinded out kind of game here as well. Kyle Lowry's back, so that definitely helps out Toronto. So for me, I'm not really too high in the Lowry or Dragic here. I still think they should do half decent, but not really what I'm looking for here. As normal, Tyler Johnson might get you 25, 26 off the bench. Don't mind DeRozan with no Dion Waiters. Maybe 38 to 40, but that's still a little low from his salary. But for the most part, I'm not too into this one here. Maybe James Johnson. But I think me personally probably going to pass here. I think Whiteside out of everyone should be the guy to go to. Price is definitely coming down, struggling a little bit, but really good spot here against Jonas Valanciunas. So I think that's the one guy I would really choose. Like I said, DeRozan maybe, but I'm not too into this game. As you see, it's only a 206 total. The spread's only at 5 though, so it should be a good one. But as you see, there's a lot of these other games with some high totals out there. So maybe with some Whiteside, maybe he'll be lower owned. But for the most part, not too into that one. All right, moving on. We got Houston and Detroit. I think this should be a straight blowout here. We got a 223 total in Houston by 12. Yeah, I do think Houston should blow them out here. Detroit just is not playing good here. A couple games once in a while, but for the most part, they're not playing good. Anyway, don't mind Ish Smith. I think he can get you, his solid 27, 28 going up against Beverly. Pretty hard defender there. On the flip side, Beverly, he's been playing a little bit better as well. Don't mind putting him in there. Don't mind James Harden. I still think he'll get his triple-double here, but I definitely would pay up for LeBron here instead. Lou Williams, maybe put him in there. Depends on how his minutes are going to be. A lot of people like KCP here tonight. I'm just one of those guys that not too high on him, but, hey, he's one of those guys that can go off. Just came back from the birth of his child, so don't know what his emotions are going to be like right now. Maybe he wants to go out and just, shoot really well. Who knows with KCP? He's definitely a GPP option. Same with Lou Williams here, GPP. If they're blowing out Detroit, which I do think they will, I don't know if Lou Williams is going to get too much playing time there. Small forward, maybe put in Ariza. They've been starting Troy Williams a little bit. But overall, maybe Tobias. But, yeah. Like I said, maybe Ish Smith, maybe Beverly, maybe put in Harden. I don't think you need to spend that much. But for the most part, this should be just, like I said, a big blowout in the third quarter. They should just take it over here. One guy that you can look at here maybe is Andre Drummond. But as I said, big blowout. They're not going to play him too much there in the fourth quarter. Capella maybe a half-decent option. So for the most part, yeah, it's a high total, but it should be a straight-up annihilation kind of game. So and, with Houston, they're just going to rest all their starters there. So, yeah, like I said, looking at Ish Smith, maybe Beverly, and maybe one or two of these shooting guards here, but that is mostly it in this one. All righty, moving on. We got New York and Memphis. No total. I think Mike Conley is going to be back. Marcus Saul is going to be back, so I think we should be all good to go there. So Memphis is going to be back to full strength. New York obviously is not. Rose is going to be out once again. Porzingis is going to be out. Don't know what's going on with Carmelo. They might just rest him. But, can't really rest him though. Everybody's out. So I don't mind Mike Conley as normal. I think he should be in a good spot here. Like I said, might be a blowout, so I don't know how much he's going to play. Courtney Lee, maybe a little bit of revenge here on his old team. He's been playing half decent. Yeah, not too many other people I care for here. Maybe some Zebo. He always does half decent coming off the bench. Let me see. See if any of these cheap New York Knicks here. Let's see here. 32 and then 12. Not the best spot for him. So, yeah, another, just like that Houston game should be a big lopsided game. I think Marc Gasol might be the half decent option. Just depends on how much he plays. So can't really touch this one. I think it should be a blowout. Probably like a 206 total in Memphis by around 8 or 9. So not really too good of a game there. San Antonio and Dallas is our next one. A 190 total in San Antonio by 2. So as you all heard, Popovich is going to rest almost all of his starters. So it should be just kind of a pickup game here. Patty Mills, as normal, really good spot. I really like him. And then Kyle Anderson, I think he's going to get the start, so I really don't mind him. Jonathan Simmons might get the start as well, but I really don't mind Kyle Anderson at all. David Lee, as normal, he'll be popular. Good spot there. And then maybe some Deadman. But, yeah, overall – I gotta, kind of see how the lineup is going to be here for San Antonio. If Parker's going to play, they'll probably go Parker, Kyle Anderson, Simmons, Lee, and then Dedmon. That's how I think that they might do it. So I don't know how many of these cheap San Antonio guys you really want here. I do think this should be a grinded out kind of game. So like I said, it's all up to you who you want here. I got to see who's starting here for the most part to make my decision on this one. Yeah, as you see, that's what they got as well. So, yeah, for me, Kyle Anderson, David Lee, those are my two main guys. Dedmon, I don't mind him, but there's so many good centers out there, I don't think I can put him in there. But, yeah, I could definitely punt with Anderson and probably some Lee in there as well. And then maybe some Harrison Barnes in there. Like I said, no Leonard, so maybe gets you 27, 28. But for the most part, that is who I'm looking at in that one. All right, moving on to probably the game I'm going to have to target here the most, New Orleans and Denver. 229 total in Denver by 6.5. So this should be a very, very, very good game here. Unfortunately, DeMarcus Cousins is a game time decision. It's considered questionable, so hopefully he does play. If he does not, then that will definitely change the dramatic of this game. But if he does play, as you see, 64 against Denver just a couple of nights ago. So if he can play, man, I'd love Boogie. Mostly everyone's in play in this one. Davis, Jokic, maybe put in some Fareed there. Gallinari, Wilson Chandler, Gary Harris, Jordan Crawford. Really, really like some Drew Holiday. Jameer Nelson is doubtful, so Jamal Murray will probably get back into that starting rotation there. And, I really do like some Jamal Murray quite a bit in this one. And he'll probably be at least 65, 75% owned. All right, moving on. Like I said, almost everyone is in play in that one. So as many as you can get in that one, definitely put them all in there. All right, moving on. We got Minnesota and Utah. This should be a relatively high scoring one as well. Minnesota, they blew a lead last night there against the Trailblazers, but no total on this one. I think we got some injuries here as well. George Hill, game time decision. Rubio, he's almost 8,000. Don't know if he's really worth it here. We don't know what's going on with Rodney Hood either. Hayward, I don't mind him. Yeah, he's going up against Wiggins, but I do give the edge to Hayward there. Let's see. Maybe Joe Ingles, if he starts, he might get you 22 or 23 if Hood can't play. And then I really don't mind some Rudy Gobert. As normal, he's been pretty popular and, pretty reliable as well, 9,100. Towns, not a bad defender, but Rudy should definitely do really, really well here. 54 and 45, usually not too popular on these larger slates. So I don't mind Rudy in a GPP at all. And then I don't mind Towns, but I really don't mind, really like Rudy. So, and then maybe some Gorgie Dang. He's been up and down as well. Boris Diaw will probably be on him, and I'm not too scared of that. 22 and 24 hasn't done anything crazy here. Maybe get you, like I said, another 22 or 23, but he's almost 6,000. You're going to want at least 28 to 30 in that for him. So I'm looking at Hayward, maybe some Rudy Gobert is kind of what I'm looking at. And then kind of have to let these injuries play out. So, as you see here, a lot of injuries here to start this day. So definitely watch those injuries here. All right, moving on. We got OKC and Phoenix at 226 and Oklahoma City by 8. So as normal, Westbrook will be really popular. I think he's one of the better options out there. He's almost 14,000 as normal. Should be a blowout, but still don't mind him. I don't mind Tyler Ulis at all. Another really good spot there. Booker as normal. Don't mind him. Warren, I think, another really good option for him. I always like playing Warren. Price stays around the same. Marquise Chris, maybe put him in there, and that's pretty much it there. So really looking at Warren, looking at Booker, and then looking at Westbrook and Ulis in this one if nobody decides to sit. So really like targeting some from that one. All right, last but not least, we got Sacramento and the Lakers. No total on this one either. Because of Russell, I was going to say, because of Russell and Clarkson, what do you expect there? Another injury here. So, definitely it's going to be hard to read some of these games. Hopefully we get some updates throughout the day, which we will. So don't know what's going on with Russell or Clarkson here. But if either one of those guys play, I really do like them. Collison, maybe half decent option there. Buddy Hield, I really do like him. Always a very good spot. Nick Young, I think he's done. Let me see here. He's been half decent. I'm not even going to say his name. I'm just going to call him David. But anyway, 30, maybe 5, and then 21. As you see, his minutes are getting up there. I've watched him play. He's actually a half decent player there. But I don't know how many of these cheap guys you really need here. Don't know if Brandon Ingram's going to play. Randall, I think he's in a good spot. Larry Nance. since Zubac is out for the year. Larry Nance been playing center position, and hey, he's looking pretty good as well. They're 37 and 31 for only 4,300. I will definitely take that. Probably going to be a lock in every lineup there. Scala Bissiere maybe get you 24, 25, but really looking at Randall there. And then not too high in on some of those guys. Let's look at Tyreek Black. He's been playing a little bit more. Let's go see how he's been doing. Maybe half decent options. So overall, guys, this is a huge injury day. Definitely, hopefully, a lot of these injuries will clear out here throughout the day. So let's try and get your lineup. I don't know if I can. If not, I'll try and get you guys close as a lineup as I can get you one here. So I'm going to go Westbrook. Probably going to go Tyler Eulis. I do like Dennis Schroeder, though. And then we're going to go Larry Nance here. And then we're going to go Kyle Anderson. All right, shooting guard. Thinking of Gary Harris. I really want to get LeBron in there. I go LeBron, and then I can maybe go David Lee. Maybe go that way. Maybe something like that. And then you got 5,000, not too much left there. You got Buddy Hield, but then not too much. 4,500. Maybe it's something like that. As normal, that's just a huge rough draft. Can't really put too much on it because of those injuries. So anyway, really don't mind Westbrook. Really like Eulis. I know they're playing each other, but should be a high-scoring game. If you don't want to go that way, Drew Holiday and Dennis Schroeder. Holiday all depends on DeMarcus Cousins. If you don't want to go Eulis, Jamal Murray should be in a very good spot as well, but will be very popular. Shooting guard, if you want to go hard on, I guess you can go there, but I'm really looking at Booker and Harris. I really like those two combo. And then Buddy Hield as well. And then a small forward. As I said, I really got to get LeBron in there. And then I'm probably just going to punt with Kyle Anderson since he'll be starting, maybe get you 22, 23. And then Larry Nance and David Lee. I don't mind Lee, but I really want to go Larry Nance and then spend up maybe here for maybe go get Jokic or Davis. If Cousins is out, I think you have to go Davis. We all know what he can do without Cousins in there. And then center position, I put in Dwight Howard, but I would definitely recommend going up to Rudy Gobert if you guys can make that happen. So a lot of different combinations out there, a lot of different cheap options that you can go to. So I think that mostly does it. As I said, a lot of injuries out there, so definitely I'll watch that. As normal, it is only $20 for the rest of the season, including playoffs now. Not much time left, so definitely a steal of a deal right now. If you're interested in those for NBA, let us know. 2 to 4 lineups per day, probably around 4 lineups per day now. 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. Like I said, if you're interested, we will have our email in the comment section. All you have to do is message us. We'll get you all set up and follow us on Twitter as well. And you can message us on Twitter about premium as well. And then MLB, $35 per month, $130 for the season. 4 lineups there as well, 2 for me and 2 from Anthony. All right, guys, I think that mostly does. I hope everyone has a good Friday. Like I said, a lot of big tournaments out there, so hopefully you guys can do very good. So, all right, guys, we'll see you guys on Saturday.